Hi folks, and welcome to this video that's on a brand new robot that I only found out about yesterday that will be out for Christmas this year. I fell in love with this as soon as I saw it, and I love it so much that I've already reserved it. Because if you reserve now, you can get a whopping 40% off its full value. So its retail price is going to be $449. But because I've reserved it now, I only had to pay $2 to reserve it. And the price I will pay will be the super early bird price of $269. So this robot is called the Loona Petbot, and it's by the same makers of ClickBot. So it's got an LCD screen, it's got 3D sensor, it's got RGB camera and charging contacts, though this one won't come with a charger that it can go back to. They say that they're going to release that next year, so it won't have a charging station it can return to until next year when they release that. So it can move around on its wheels on the floor, avoid objects, and it can express itself through its screen and its ears, and also the way it moves. Its front wheels are like on arms, and how it moves its arms is really expressive. It's got a 4-microphone array, a speaker, a USB-C port and brushless DC motor. And here's some of the things it can do. It's got face recognition, body recognition, movement recognition, emotion recognition, gesture recognition, object recognition, edge detection, and trajectory planning. So the gesture recognition means that you can actually gesture to the robot to come over to you, and there's a little video on the company's website that shows the robot coming towards a hand when its owner gestures that they want it to come up to them. And the main thing I love about this robot is that it's really expressive. So you can see these are some stills from the video that it's responding to being petted. And certainly in the videos that the company has on their website, the robot looks really lifelike in its movements and really quite adorable. And the second thing I absolutely adore about this robot is that you can play fetch with it. Now, if this was all it did, I would still love it and I would want to purchase it. But on top of this, it does loads of other stuff. As well as chasing a ball, he can also chase a laser pointer, so you can play with him with a laser pointer like you would with a cat. Loona has voice recognition, so you start all the commands with "Hi Loona." And these are the commands: come here, dance for me, do you know me, follow me, leave me alone, stand up, what's on the floor, who's calling, raise your hand, 1, 2, 3, freeze, run, drop the beat, kiss, kiss, I need a hug, and I am so mad at you. So, Paul, you're really keen on this as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I noticed one of the features is that it's got brushless DC motors, which are more powerful for the size, more easily controllable, much more reliable. It's starting to put it outside the realm of normal toy quality and normal toy components.
Right, so we've got really good components there.
Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit more than a toy, really.
Well, I don't think it's really been sold as a toy.
Is it not? Right, okay.
It's been sold as a robotic pet.
Okay. Right. Okay, I noticed it's got a time of flight sensor in as well, which is a quite sophisticated bit of electronics.
So, is that for when you're playing with the ball with it?
I think a time of flight sensor, it sends out a pulse of light and measure how long it takes to come back. So it's a very rapid way of assessing how far away the object is very accurately. So I suppose it will use it when playing with the ball, yeah.
In these pictures here, it's acting like a ball. So when you hold this red rag, I don't know if it's just any red rag or one that comes with it.
Right, because it's got a colour camera, hasn't it? So it can tell colour, yeah.
Yeah, colour sensor, you mean?
Colour sensor, yeah. Well, no, I think it's got an RGB camera, so, a normal colour camera. I think it uses that colour camera to determine the colour.
Oh, right. And you were saying one of the commands for the voice recognition is follow me.
Yeah.
So you were saying it should be able to follow you around, walking around.
Yeah, so if it locks onto your body as a separate object into the room, in a room, and then you move around, it'll follow you.
Yeah, it does say that it's got body detection.
Right, so that's more than body detection you would get on a toy like where it's just got infrared sensors. I mean, they say...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is real body detection. It's locking onto you as a separate object in the visual space and following you around as you move.
Out of the voice recognition, the voice commands, I'm interested in these ones. Run. So what do you think the top speed will be, Paul?
Well, it's on wheels. It's got brushless DC motors. I think it'll be able to, get across the average living room in about 3 seconds.
Really? And then the next one I find interesting is, do you know me? Now, it says it has face recognition.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what sort of response you get if it does know you. Or what sort of response you'll get if it doesn't know you.
Maybe a happy response if it knows you, and maybe it'll back off if it doesn't know you.
Well, it'd be really intriguing seeing what that is.
Yeah, it's going to use its body language to let you know, isn't it?
And then the next one I find interesting is, what's on the floor?
Oh, yeah, that's fascinating. That, I mean, there's a trainer, a sock, or a ball. So how will it know and how will it show it?
Yeah, I'm really intrigued. Really intrigued. Maybe it's like you put something on the floor like a ball. And when you say what's on the floor, it goes over to what's on the floor maybe and reacts in a certain way.
Yeah.
It's
maybe.
a possibility.
Yeah.
And we're both intrigued with this who's calling. Neither of us can work out what that's about.
Can it sort of take your I don't know. No idea.
No idea. So we've talked about face recognition, body recognition and movement recognition, meaning here that the robot can recognise who you are and can pick up your body and pick up on your body in the room and to follow you. But we've not talked about this one. It says emotion recognition.
I would think that's something like you get on the iBos.
Yes, because it's got like a face there smiling. So iBos can tell if you're smiling or if you're frowning. and react differently accordingly. So it's probably something like that, do you think?
Yeah, but you wouldn't expect it to be as good as on the iBows.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a tiny fraction of the price of an iBow.
But the technology has come on. I mean, the technology in these robots is going to be more advanced than what's in the iBow.
That's interesting, yes, because, I mean, the ERS 1000 iBow now is 5 years old, isn't it?
A lot's happened in 5 years in electronics. A lot's happened.
So it will be interesting seeing how good that is.
Yeah.
So I mentioned earlier gesture recognition, that you can gesture for the robot to come over to you. We've talked about object recognition, that it can recognise a ball, and it does look like that little cloth, that red cloth, for it to play like a ball.
Yeah.
It does look like that's something that comes with it.
Right.
So it can recognise that object as well. It also says it's got edge detection.
To stop it going off a table. Yeah.
So that's good.
That's pretty old school sensor stuff, that though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's always a good thing
It
to
is,
have.
yeah, of course.
And trajectory planning. So we talked about that as well. That so it uses that when it's following the ball.
Or no, that might be something different actually.
Oh, right.
Imagine you've got a ball on the floor,
Yeah.
say a couple of meters away from it, and there are a couple of objects in front of it, and it can see the ball. It might work out which is the best route. Instead of going straight for the ball, it might see the objects and work out which is the best route. I would think that's more to do with trajectory planning, although it might be involved in following you around as well.
Right. No, it does sound like the first thing.
Yeah,
you
it's
said.
like working out which path is the best path. Whatever best means to it, I don't know, but it must mean something.
So, awful lot of stuff it does.
Yeah.
Great little robotic pet. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, you don't get many robots which look like they're capable of getting round on a household floor, do you?
Very few and far between.
Cosmo didn't really.
No.
Could work in a very limited space rather than all the way around your house. And iBows get around pretty well, but they are stumped by certain objects, aren't they?
And they're tremendously expensive. I would have thought this is going to be fabulously popular. So we've reserved ours, and we're really looking forward to getting this at the end of the year, before Christmas.
So it's pitched as a Christmas toy then?
It's not pitched as a toy.
Well,
they just said if you reserve now,
right,
you'll receive it for Christmas.
Okay.
No, it is pitched as a sophisticated robotic pet.
But I bet they sell more because it's just before the
Oh,
Christmas
yeah, I mean,
break.
it's real smart thinking to bring it out now. So I'll put a link in the description, folks, to the company's website so that you can go and have a look at that if you're interested yourselves. I recommend going and having a look at the videos because I think it just looks amazing. And it's going to be launched on Kickstarter next month, they say. So I would expect that they'll put the videos on YouTube to coincide with launching it on Kickstarter next month, wouldn't you, Paul?
Yeah.
So that about wraps it up for this video, folks. Thanks for watching as always, and see you when I receive this little fella and do an unboxing.